Carly, if you can hear us, what are you seeing as we looks like you've got some emergency vehicles on your shot right now?
We're seeing more of just the rain. We are on more of the back end of where the area of rotation would be. We have not been able to get eyes on it. We're in downtown Arnett.
Okay. Any hail with what you've been experiencing?
No hail yet. They were just sounding the sirens as well here in town.
Okay, so sirens are going off in Arnett. We've got that tornado potential, very strong winds. As Carly had said, probably estimated 60 to 70 miles an hour a few minutes ago. We had that mobile mesonet report coming in at 73 miles an hour. And again, you've got a lot of gusts in this generally kind of 50-mile-an-hour range showing up here on our radar, with obviously pockets that could be even higher than that. So this tornado warning is basically for Arnett, so we need to make sure that we're again taking our tornado precautions. The sirens are going off there. This goes until 7:15. There's also additional, as again you can see there, severe thunderstorm warnings kind of surrounding the storm too. That goes until 7 o'clock, and that's for portions again of Woodward County and Ellis County. And that one was the original warning that we had coming in for the storms when they first were coming in out of the Texas Panhandle. But now we have this tornado warning because of this much better looking area of rotation. Probably actually now looks to be not as well defined as it did maybe about a minute or so ago. Maybe coming down just a touch, but still, it's definitely there for sure. Mid-levels are definitely rotating with the storm, absolutely. And again, not surprising that we have the tornado warning out there currently.
I think we have Caleb's shot available if you want to take that.
Let's take Caleb's shot. Caleb, we've got your shot pulled up right now. Obviously, you're a little bit farther off to the east. What's your plan of attack right now?
I'm going south out of Vice. I'm going to actually try to get in front of the storm to the south side of it, try to see if I can get a better angle of the storm coming out of Arnett. Just due to county roads, it's hard to navigate out here in western Oklahoma.
Okay, that's good, Caleb. All right, we'll check back in with you here in a little bit as you get yourself into position. So we got our trackers out there, Caleb, as well as Carly and Andrew. And again, this is all within this just congealing area of storms out on the western side of the state, as well as into portions of the Texas Panhandle. Earlier on, these were much more isolated supercells. They were much more discrete. And we actually had, technically, the storm that we have the tornado warning on right now actually was a discrete supercell in the Oklahoma Panhandle, and it was able to produce, as you can see, a number of tornado warnings, including a number of confirmed tornado warnings. Some of the pictures from there earlier on this afternoon were very impressive. So there's essentially been now a clustering and congealing of these storms, but the supercell characteristics are still there within these storms. And so there's essentially like 3 of them that we have, and this is one of them, as you can see, the one that we have our tornado warning on. And there's, again, the other 2 are still back within Texas, which is where we do have those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings there too. Also noticing as well, you've got our red polygon for the tornado warning. You've got the yellow polygons there for severe thunderstorm warnings. We also have our flood advisories too, because these are also putting down a tremendous amount of rain very quickly. These rainfall rates are very high, so that's also a problem too. This is just the 3-hour estimated rainfall from the radar, and you can see easily coming on in, in that 1 to 3 inch range technically. So a lot of rain has also fallen very quickly with these storms, as we've seen from Carly and Andrew's shots. Let's try them again there, Connor, see what they are able to see now. We've got your shot back up. Carly, you guys are back on the move right now as you guys are hydroplaning through Arnett. That water is high through downtown, correct?
Oh, yes, for sure. There's already some road flooding going on, especially more along your more residential areas.
What are the winds doing right now? It looks to be a little bit more calm where you guys are at, correct?
Yes, winds have calmed a little bit more in town itself.
Okay. All right. So the winds have come down just a touch in the Arnett area, but heavy rain, as you can see from their shot. It looks like, guys, that there's still a lot of areas that have lights on. Are you able to see much of a power issue, or it seems to be most of the lights remain on right now in Arnett?
I mean, they're kind of in and out at this time. It doesn't seem like it's been any long-term power outages.
Okay. All right, Carly and Andrew, thank you very much for that. Again, they are in the Arnett area, which is where our tornado warning is. We've got, this is going to be the only spot that's going to show up when we do our track. So if you live now really south of Arnett, that's going to be the area to watch out for. So make sure that we are, again, taking our tornado precautions, getting down that lowest level. It's still a pretty slow moving storm, correct, Connor? Coming in at like 20 miles an hour?
Yeah, it's only really moving at 20 miles an hour here. So again, to the end of this polygon, it should be getting to that end of the polygon about 7:15. But it's a very slow moving storm, which is why we have that flood advisory.
Yeah.
It's going to be dropping a lot of rain very quickly and staying fairly stationary here over the next few minutes.
Yeah, because we do have, if you go to reflectivity, you do have, again, a lot of these other storms coming on in from the Texas Panhandle right now. So this interaction is essentially going to now make it to where there's just a lot of rain over the same areas for a longer time now until these storms can kind of figure it out and actually determine which way they're kind of moving. Connor, if you could do just quickly a little 15-minute time lapse just to kind of show people that the storm that we have right now was coming off a bit farther off to the north, and it's kind of moving more south than the other storms, which have been moving more to the east. So they're kind of congealing and kind of basically just crashing into each other. And so they're going to have to figure out what direction they're eventually going to take as we have these storm mergers and interactions. So there's going to be a bit of a period of time here where the storms might be kind of doing some weird things before it begins to kind of all then move in the same direction. What that direction is going to be, we just have to wait and see if it's more straight east or if it's going to be more to the southeast. We just have to kind of watch it. But even farther back down to the southwest from there, there's a new supercell by Pampa, Texas. So north there of I-40 within the Texas Panhandle, that one got a severe thunderstorm warning on it too. So we're beginning to see a bit more clustering in this area now at this point to where we could be talking about another cluster or maybe even eventually a Boeing segment that could really then favor more of a wind threat going into the later parts of this evening.
Yeah, there should be a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out in a few minutes. That should cover the entirety of the length of this line as it starts to move into western Oklahoma. Not sure when exactly that's going to be issued, but it should be issued here in a few minutes.
Pretty soon. I wonder if they're going to go probably up to 70 with the winds, I would imagine, with this one, because everything right now seems to be warned for at least 70-mile-per-hour winds with this storm so far. So, but we'll wait to see when we get that. Again, the tornado warning continues there for Ellis County until 7:15. It's over the Arnett area currently, and that's again where we have our Carly and Andrew. We'll check in with them here in a moment. You can see as we have a loop here of our velocity, you know, it looked really good there, and that's the reason why we're able to get that tornado warning out there for it so quickly. But maybe not exactly coming on in super good there those last 2 scans or so. But there's definitely been some cycling that we've seen, and clearly there could be another issue with that where it's just cycling, and then we might be looking at it to pick back up again in intensity. One thing that we do see, though, on the screen is our big new severe thunderstorm warning that just popped up. Let's see what that goes until. And it's going to go until 8 o'clock. So for the next hour, it goes to Cheyenne and gets all the way off to the far east as the Leedy area in Visay. That goes until 8 o'clock this evening. And I would imagine it would be for your 70-mile-per-hour winds, Connor, correct?
Trying to read through the chat here.
Yeah.
Their bot hasn't sent the message. Okay, now 70-mile-an-hour winds and 1.25 inch size hail.
Gotcha. Yep, so, yeah, half-dollar sized hail.
One thing we are tracking here, again, the main, as we go throughout the next couple of hours here, we're expecting these storms to kind of just congeal into this line like they already have, and just start making their way east and southeast towards central Oklahoma here, maybe getting to the metro around 10, 11, and midnight.
Yep, that's going to be the one thing we have to see is, you know, when they congeal into their line and maybe a Boeing segment, that will definitely favor your wind threat as well as that maybe embedded tornado threat. But the thing is that as we get farther away from the western side of the state and northern Oklahoma, our parameters aren't as high, but these storms are going to be strong enough and robust enough where they're not going to be able to die off immediately. So there could still be the chance for severe weather here in the metro area. Our threats probably will be down a little bit compared to what it was now in the western and northwestern parts of the state, but we'll still be definitely keeping a close eye on this. But if you do have plans outdoors here in the metro, we do need to keep in mind that there could be that chance, you know, as if you're maybe going out to a watch party for the USA soccer match. Those storms will be coming in, we think, while the match is playing. So there could be some issues if you're, you know, going to a restaurant outside that you might have to just take that into consideration. So we're definitely watching this thing really closely. Again, what we've got right now is what Connor's doing is our big swath there. And what you're noticing, we've got a movement of around 40 miles an hour to the southeast. That will put it, these storms are coming into the Mackay area at 7:04, Meridian at 7:08, as well as Roll, Visalia at 7:10, Dempsey at 7:11, Sweetwater at 7:15, Rose Hill at 7:18, Cheyenne also there as well, and then Grimes at 7:19. So clearly, it doesn't take it to 8 o'clock, which is where our polygon expires from. We'll probably have some overlapping polygons with this, but if these storms are now beginning to kind of congeal more and maybe starting to move off to the southeast faster, that would then indicate more of an increasing wind threat with this. You'll see where our tornado warning still is. So the area of rotation, because again, this storm that we have was once an embedded once a discrete supercell. Now it's still kind of an embedded supercell, but it's eventually, I think, now becoming more of a cluster, and eventually maybe even a Boeing segment, which would really favor that wind potential.
Yeah, the National Weather Service just saying that this tornado-warned storm doesn't look as impressive as it did a few minutes ago. And again, yeah, a bit more outflow dominant, which means those winds are kind of messing up that area of rotation.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they just let it go here and expire at 7:15. They probably won't cancel it early, but they'll probably just let it expire at 7:15.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Click on the Barron button, Connor, to see what we have in terms of our. Okay, so our hail core is a fairly large hail core, but it's a very small hail. So, and I know it's warned right now for $half size, that's 1.25 inches, but I'd have to imagine that for most of our alerts this evening, we're probably talking now either a tornado threat or a wind threat. Now the hail will be present, I think, in most of these, but I definitely think though that we're mostly looking at this to be a wind threat going forward with it. But this is just insane how heavy this rain is. Over 7-inch an hour rainfall rates. That's just basically essentially off the charts there with our
graphic. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they issue a flash flood warning here fairly quickly. I did put in the chat that Carly and Andrew were reporting some of that road flooding. They'd asked me to describe it, and I was just trying to judge it off the video, maybe about a foot of water standing on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But already looks like a foot of rain here in an inch of rain in quite a few spots just around Arnett. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a flash flood warning issued here in a few minutes.
Yeah. Speaking of them, let's take their shot right now, and let's just see what they're seeing. All right, so Carly, we've got your shot pulled back up right now. Looks like you guys are stopped at a...
Oh, they just canceled the tornado warning.
Okay. Looks like you guys are stopped at a gas station there. What are you seeing as you're parked right now?
Right now, I mean, the winds have died down. We're still experiencing a lot of that lightning, and then we're just getting periodic little bit of more heavier rain here and there. It's just off and on.
Okay. All right, Carly, appreciate that. We'll check in with Caleb because he's a little bit, he's heading into that eastern side of the storm, looking at it right now. Caleb, we've got your shot pulled up, and you are not in the rain totally just yet, but we can see it's quite heavy off in the distance. What are you seeing right now with those storms approaching your area?
Right now, the wind is starting to pick up just a little bit. Lightning has actually increased quite a bit as the storm has moved further to the east. It has got quite a bit darker from me, as you see in front of me with the rain right in front of me, showers. I'm just right outside the front of the storm right now.
All right, Caleb, thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of lightning on Caleb's shot, as you can see there, including a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning. We've got a video that we'll be able to share probably a little bit later from Carly and Andrew, where they had a close call with a lightning strike. In fact, for the most part, lightning is one of the most dangerous parts of any storm. So outside of flash flooding, I believe that lightning kills more than anything else does in terms of weather out there. So very dangerous. In fact, Connor, if you wouldn't mind, turn the lightning strikes on with these storms. You can just see how many lightning strikes there are with these different clusters coming on through. So we have lost our tornado warning. We maintain a large severe thunderstorm warning that will continue until 8 o'clock, and that has what we call a tornado possible tag still in it. So there is still some rotation, especially with the storm that's by Arnett between where Carly and Caleb are. but we have lost that tornado warning. So what we'll do is we'll go back to programming here, and what we'll then do is continue with more cut-ins as we go throughout the evening, and we'll also have our, again, newscast coming up at 9 o'clock. But right now we'll go back to regular programming.